Warning, this video contains strong language and graphic photos. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Hooked. My name is Leanne, and if you're new here, Hooked is basically where we tell some true crime stories and do some crochet projects together. And on today's episode, we will be talking about Diamond Darrell. I actually got this case from my mom. She was the one that did the research and everything for it, so I'm excited. Excuse my band-aid. I definitely tried to cut my finger off today at work. Like, I don't even know how I did this, but I almost like cut a whole chunk out of my finger while I was doing a haircut. So yeah, whatever. We'll ignore that. Also, we will be finishing up a skirt that I am doing a matching set for. So the shirt is already done. I just have to finish up the skirt, and then bow chicka bow wow, we'll be there. So we have our new tradition on the episode. We have to light our crochet candle. Love the pops. Darrell Lance Abbott was born in Enos, Texas on August 20th, 1966. He was the second son to Carolyn and Jerry Abbott, and he had one older brother named Vinnie Paul, who was born in 1964. Darrell ended up taking guitar lessons when he was 12, and on his 12th birthday, he received his first guitar, which was a Les Paul style Hondo, and he also received a pig nose amplifier with it. So he was doing big things, right? He would spend a lot of his time standing in his room in the mirror with Ace freshly styled makeup, though he was unable to play the guitar at the time. And unfortunately, Jerry and Caroline divorced in 1979 after 17 years of marriage. Yet Carolyn was very supportive of both her sons' music endeavors, and Jerry stayed nearby, close enough for Darrell to ride his bike to and from guitar lessons, which was at his dad's home. So here we are down to this square pattern that I was doing. So we do that last double crochet, and then chain one. We'll skip a stitch, go to that next stitch with a double crochet, and then you'll just continue to go around until you come to that square pattern again, and you'll just continue to do like a double crochet in each stitch. So Jerry, which is the Abbott brothers' father, he even learned how to play Kiss songs on guitar so that he could teach them to Darrell. Talk about being a supportive dad. Darrell also learned from country musicians that would record at Jerry's studio. The Abbott's brother first jam session consisted of 6 hours of them playing the song Smoke on the Water, which was by an English rock band named Deep Purple. He said in a 2016 interview that he and Darrell were inseparable once they began playing music together. And Darrell would enter and basically win a lot of guitar competitions in the area, which led to them asking him to stop competing in them and basically start judging so that other people would have a chance to win in the competitions because he was just winning everything. At the age of 14, Darrell entered a guitar contest at the Agora Ballroom in Dallas, in which Dean Zielinski, the founder of Dean Guitars, was one of the judges. And Dimebag was the stage name that Darrell went by. He and his brother and a couple of other members started a metal band, Pantra and the Damageplan. He was considered to a lot of people as one of the greatest metal guitarists of all time. Their band released Metal Magic in 1983, and at the age of 16, to further his career in the glam metal style, he adopted the stage name of Diamond Darrell. 1984 to 1994, he had an incredible career, but in 1996, tensions with that band, they kind of started to get a little wacky, and there was talks of them separating. But luckily, they were able to get another 2 albums released before their separation in 2003. So after the band split, Darrell changed his name to Dimebag, and he and his brother began Damageplan, which is a band that them two had together. They began touring and everything was going good until December 8th, 2004, where they arrived in Columbus, Ohio to perform at a nightclub called A Rosa Villa. As they were on stage, 25-year-old Nathan Gale jumped on the stage and opened fire, and he killed about 4 people and wounding others before he was killed by a police officer named James. According to reports, Diamond Darrell was the main target as he sustained multiple gunshot wounds to his head. The other fatalities were Jeffrey Mayhem Thompson, the band's head of security, Aaron Hawk, who tackled Nathan, and then Nathan Barry, who worked for the nightclub, and was a fan of the band, as he tried to restrain Gale. So Gale was just out here shooting up the club, like, literally. Damageplan's tour manager Chris Poloska and the drum technician John Brooks suffered non-fatal gunshot wounds, and they were taken to Riverside Methodist Hospital, while road crew member Travis Barnett was able to be treated at the scene. For the shooting was kind of unknown. Nathan was a former member of the United States Marine Corps, and he had told his mother and his employer that he had been discharged due to paranoid schizophrenia, which kind of like checks out once I tell you this, right? So many of his friends observed erratic behavior from him in months leading up to the shooting, and in some news outlets claimed that he was angry with Darrell for so he really had no reason to be angry with Darrell. It was more of a illusion, I would say, that he kind of formed himself in his head, because he believed that the old band that Darrell was performing with, the old band that he was a part of, was trying to plagiarize his life and try to attempt to steal his identity. And that is why he felt it necessary to go, and in his mind he was protecting himself. So he felt it necessary to go and take the life of another man, Darrell, because of this dissociation that he had going on in his mind. So I definitely think that the paranoid schizophrenia situation, I definitely think that checks out. So, yeah. So I am going to do a fit check, see where this comes down to, how far it comes down, and then we will go ahead and finish this together on the episode. Also, as I'm finishing it, I'm going to try and see if I can find a snippet of one of the songs by Damageplan, so see if I can find that. But yeah, fit check real quick and then we'll finish up. That was the case of Dimebag Darrell, an amazing guitarist whose life unfortunately was taken in the worst way. If you would like to see the skirt and also the top together, feel free to follow me on Instagram at HookWTrueCrime, and make sure you subscribe because I'm here for you every Wednesday. Love y'all. Bye.